Hello, first grade. I found some other magnets to play with in here, and as we were talking about how they attract things. All right, so we have all kinds of other magnets to show you, and we're going to go ahead and finish up our unit here, and we are talking about God's world here on page 148 and 149. We're finishing our books today. God's world. God made a world with many things for us to enjoy. He gave us our senses so we can learn about His world. Remember we talked about what we can see, what we can smell, hear, taste, and then feel. We can use our bodies. God gave us all of our senses to explore His world. We should be thankful for all the things He has given us. And we should be wise in our use of what He has given us. Doing so pleases Him. That's one of our school rules when we say be a good steward of all things. That means take care of things. So in this picture, what does God want us to do with the world He made? Again, He wants us to be a good steward. And here we could observe the little lamb. We could hear him. We'd kind of feel him, wouldn't it? And in the violin, with the violins, we would want to be able to hear that. And we talked about the phases of the moon. That would be fun to go ahead and be able to observe all the phases during the summer here coming up. You can stay up a little bit later at night. And of course we talked about our seasons when we got to feel the snow and using all of our senses God gave us in our plants unit and our machine unit. All right, so we are just going to go ahead and review today for our test. You have one last workbook page that looks like this. It is page 115 and it's just simply reviewing our all of the words we learned in this chapter: force, friction, gravity, magnet, mechanical, and poles. So three going across. The force that pulls things toward the earth we know is called gravity. So again, you want to check your spelling to make sure you have one letter in each box. 6 across. The kind of force done by a person, an animal, or a machine we know is called that's a big word, mechanical. And number 1 going down, something that can pull things made of iron. That's what Professor Olson was just playing with, a magnet. That'll be match your T in gravity. 2 going down, a force that makes things slow down or stop moving. We know from our cars that was called friction. 4 going down, the ends of a magnet, we know those are called poles, the North and South Pole. And number 5 going down, a push or a pull is a force, right? Whether it was magnetic, mechanical, any kind of force. All right, so we were also going to just review for your test you'll be taking tomorrow, and then you'll be finished with science. But I know you're going to continue to explore God's world all summer long, aren't you? Like find frogs and things like that. All right, so a force done by a person, an animal, or a machine, remember that was called a mechanical force. That means like if someone is causing something to push or pull, that would be mechanical force. A force that makes things slow down or stop moving, remember that like cars, that would be friction. Remember that's what caused holes in your socks and your knees too when you're rubbing on things, that's friction. Something that pulls metal, things made of iron. Well, we know that one's going to be easy to remember, a magnet. And then the force that pulls things toward the earth, well, remember that is called gravity. All right, and then you'll have a couple of answers here to choose from. What is a force? You want to know. Is that a product? No, that's what we learned back in our plant unit. When things are made of plants, that's a product. Is a force a push or a pull? Yes. And then what force causes things to wear out? Well, we talked about like our socks and our pants. Is that going to be gravity? No. Is that going to be friction? Yes. When you were rubbing on the carpet or something. And the next question, what do we call the ends of a magnet? Remember, think of just like our earth. Would that be called forces? No. Would that be called poles, like the North and South Pole? Yes. And next question, what happens when you pull or when you put two different ends of a magnet together? Now the different ends, right? So I'll demonstrate with these guys real quick. If I put the north and south again, are they going to push each other away? No, they are going to stick together, aren't they? Right? So if a north and south are together, they will stick together, just like our friends. All right? Then, just on the back, it's blank. So just like we've done all along, I would like you to show your favorite kind of force. Would it be with something with gravity? I know we do pictures of things that would happen if we didn't have gravity. Or maybe you want to draw a parachute. Maybe something is coming down because of gravity. Maybe you want to draw something with a magnetic force. Or maybe you just want to throw people throwing a ball and catching it with mechanical force. So we talked about those three different kinds of forces, either mechanical, gravity, or magnetic. So draw a picture on the back, please, and then you're finished with science for the year. So you'll have to wait until later to see Professor Olson around. I'm going to go ahead and go do some more exploring now. See you later.